In this week's dividend news, we've got 3 special dividends, 9 increases, 1 change in frequency, and 1 decrease that we're going to get to. And we're starting right here with Aon, and they have announced an increase in their quarterly dividend by 9.8%. The forward yield is 0.76%, ex-dividend date coming up later this month on April 28th with a pay date on May 15th. Next up is a special dividend announced from Flexible Solutions International, and they're going to pay the shareholders 5 cents for each share that you own. Ex-dividend date on April 27th with a pay date on May 16th. CSW Industrials is raising their dividend by 11.8%, forward yield at 0.55%, ex-dividend date April 27th with a pay date on May 12th. Targa Resources is raising their dividend by 42.9%. Forward yield is at 2.61%, ex-dividend April 27th with a pay date on May 15th. A small dividend increase was announced from Agree Realty of 1.2%, forward yield at 4.39%, ex-dividend date April 27th with a pay date on May 12th. Star Group is raising their dividend by 6.6%, forward yield of 5.05%, ex-dividend date on April 21st with a pay date on May 2nd. A small 1.3% increase from Choice Properties Real Estate Investment Trust, giving them a forward yield of 3.82%, ex-dividend date on April 27th with a pay date on May 15th. Office Properties Income Trust has cut their dividend by 54.5%. Forward yield still pretty hefty at 12.05%, ex-dividend date on April 21st with a pay date on May 18th. Sensata Technologies is raising their dividend by 9.1%, forward yield at 1.03%, ex-dividend date on May 9th with a pay date on May 24th. Superior Plus announced this week a change in the frequency of their dividend from monthly to quarterly. They're going to pay out 18 cents for each share that you own with an ex-dividend date of June 29th and a pay date of July 17th. That forward yield is at 6.65%. Procter & Gamble is raising their dividend by 3%, giving them a forward yield of 2.5%. The ex-dividend date coming up this week on April 20th with a pay date on May 15th. Tanger Factory Outlet Centers has announced an increase in their dividend by 11.4%. Forward yield is at 5.04%, ex-dividend date on April 27th with a pay date on May 15th. Mexico announced a special dividend for shareholders of 10 cents a share. The ex-dividend date is going to be April 28th with a pay date on May 15th. Alt Alliance has announced a special dividend consisting of 140 million shares of Turn On Green common stock. The record date for the special dividend has been set for April 20th, and we'll hear soon when the payment date of that planned dividend will be. And that's it for the dividend news this week. Now go and take a peek at this video next.